Welcome to the flowt biometric meditation app. I'm going to give you a quick tour of what flowt can do. Now for starters, I have my index finger covering the cell phone camera. That way the camera can pick up tiny color fluctuations on my fingertip, which correspond to heartbeats. Now in the main diagnostics view, the first thing that you'll see is in the top left corner, the camera is indeed picking up my pulse. You can see each pulse clearly as a large amplitude wave pattern, and this is pretty ideal. After a few seconds, a couple other charts pop up as well. You don't have to worry about what these other charts mean, but on the bottom left, you see that I have the really large peak at about 75 BPM, which corresponds to the strong signal that I'm receiving. On the right, you have heart rate over time, and on the top right, you have a heart rate variability short-term estimate. The entire standard measurement takes exactly 60 seconds, so you can just sit tight and breathe normally, and ideally don't talk while you're taking this estimate as well, because that will bias the results. Now as this finishes up, we'll go to the results screen. Here you can see my heart rate over time at the top, and the raw pulse data at the bottom. You can go into settings and select mark peak detection if you want to see the red vertical line corresponding to where our peak detection algorithm found beats here. And finally, the calm index at the very bottom is 41, which is not phenomenal, which is probably why I'm using this app. Hopefully we can improve that by going to training and performing some HRV breathing exercises. Now I'm going to follow the breathing cue and hopefully generate a large amplitude wave pattern with my heart rate. Now at the end of the training session, the app asks you to input your subjective calmness level. You can see that my score did improve significantly. Now it wasn't a perfect session. There are a few divots here and here, which mean my breathing rate was probably a little bit off. And also, if you're stressed to start out with, you might not get such smooth and wave-like of a result. Now the standard session is about 60 seconds, but you may want to extend it or do multiple sessions until you get a pattern that looks something like this one, or even more ideal. If you go to the historical data, you can see that the difference between my diagnostic or normal breath training and the blue HRV breath training is pretty significant, and that's what you'd expect. Also, you can select any one of these training sessions or diagnostic sessions in order to see a more detailed printout of what the HRV statistics were. Thanks for listening.